Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 3. I think I've got all the kinks worked out and everything already, so I don't think I have to feck around with everything. I said I was gonna let you listen to some of these conversations, so yeah. I'll actually open up with this.
I see you've captured a giant anaconda.
In my pants.
The giant anaconda is believed to be the largest snake in the world in terms of weight and diameter. It's not poisonous, but its large size makes it extremely powerful.
Like my pants?
They say it
Oh wait.
even eats crocodiles. Its only natural predator is man.
And snake.
And snake.
And snake. The giant anaconda is a very large snake, but you should be able to capture it alive using the tranquilizer gun.
Got it. So how does it taste?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Glad I didn't disappoint you. So?
Well, the guide says it tastes all right.
Good. I'll have to try some.
Ugh.
Yeah, she doesn't like the whole snake eating thing.
By the way, Snake,
What?
what was that little lecture back there?
Lecture?
You were instructing the GRU commander, weren't you? Something about the first round or his hand?
Yeah.
What was that supposed to mean?
Whenever he put a new clip in his gun, he'd always load the first round by hand, whether there was a round left in the chamber or not. It's a technique they teach in the Middle East. By making sure there's always a round in the chamber, you eliminate the risk of pulling the trigger with nothing to fire. He must have heard about it from someone or read it somewhere. In any case, he probably wanted to try it out for himself. And he was obviously motivated by vanity to show off his new technique. That's when you make mistakes. The battlefield is an unforgiving place. The only techniques you can rely on are the ones you've mastered through experience and practice.
Uh-huh. And what were you saying about him being more suited to revolvers?
When he fired, he was bending his elbow sharply to avoid the recoil. It looked like he wasn't aware he was doing it, but that habit can be either a fatal flaw or a gift.
What do you mean?
Automatic weapons use recoil to operate, so if you don't let the recoil hit you, it interferes with the operating cycle of the gun. Basically, he shouldn't be trying to avoid the impact like that. But with a revolver, there's no need to let the recoil hit you. Just the opposite. Avoiding the recoil lets you reduce the strain on your hand and arm. That kid might just be handy with a high-caliber revolver.
Handy? Are you listening to yourself?
What do you mean?
He's the enemy.
He's the enemy. Why are you giving him advice? Snake.
I don't know. For some reason, I couldn't help but point it out to him.
Snake, are you all right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's kind of like being a grammar Nazi, isn't it? You know, going online, telling everyone how to spell.
I see you caught yourself a reticulated python.
Oh yeah.
The reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. The biggest ones can grow up to 10 meters in length. Although they're not poisonous, they're still very dangerous, so be careful around them. They have a highly ferocious temperament, and they can swallow whole, even large animals like deer and pigs. Their most distinguishing feature is the mesh pattern of their scales. This pattern acts as a highly effective natural camouflage. If you think there might be a reticulated python about, pay close attention to your surroundings.
They won't even attack me.
Otherwise, you could get bitten before you even know it's there. It's a huge snake, but you should be able to capture it alive by using the tranquilizer gun. I'll bet if you capture one and throw it at an enemy, it'll give him a good scare.
That's true.
Right. But how do they taste?
Huh?
Do they taste good?
You're actually going to eat one.
Why else would I be asking?
Cannibal.
What was that?
Nothing. Let's see what the guide says. Ah, you're in luck. It says they taste pretty good.
Good. I can hardly wait.
Ugh.
I kind of feel sorry for her. She has to friggin' work with this guy.
I see you've captured a magpie.
That's a little bird.
Magpies are members of the crow family. They're distinguishable by their beautiful dark blue and white bodies and their long tails. Their favorite food is insects, but they'll also eat small fish, acorns, and fruit. They're omnivores, which means...
They'll eat anything.
Right, just like you, huh? They taste... Well, you should know since you've already eaten one.
Yeah, it didn't taste all that great.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, no kidding.
Snake?
What?
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, Really? I didn't notice.
Yeah, sometimes when you already eat an animal, you get a little bit of extra dialogue, because normally he would just say, how does it taste? And she would get a little pissy with you, she'd be annoyed. But telling her how it tastes gets a completely different reaction out of her. And I won't be able to show all of them, naturally, but I'm pretty sure someone has a video somewhere.
I see you've caught yourself a Sunda whistling thrush.
I've already tried this one, too.
The Sunda whistling thrush is a bird native to Java and Sumatra. It's distinguished by its large blue body and long beak. It really stands out in the forest.
It didn't, though.
It tastes... Oh, you've already eaten one.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a delicacy, but it certainly was filling.
Yeah, there was a thing, when Snake says, how does it taste? She says the guy doesn't say, you'll just have to try one, and then he sounds disappointed. He goes, oh. And she goes, but it's nice and plump, so I'm sure it'll make a hearty meal. And then he responds, that's a good point. And then she gets pissed off again.
I see you've caught a tree frog. The tree frog is a green frog that's found throughout Asia. It's arboreal, spending most of its time in shrubs and bushes. Use the tranquilizer gun to catch one alive. I bet you could scare an enemy good if you toss one at him. But the tree frogs that live in that jungle are a lot bigger than ordinary tree frogs.
They've got an appetite, huh?
You've got a one-track mind, don't you? But seriously, that is one theory. However, there are people who think it's a mutation caused by nuclear testing and waste from the research facility.
Do you think they're safe to eat?
Is that all you ever think about?
What else is there?
What else is there?
Lots.
Like what?
Like why a frog would get so big in the first place. Whether it's a temporary phenomenon created by a unique environment, or a permanent mark of evolution, or a product of the toxic waste coming out of the research facility. If it is the waste that's causing it, then it means humans are interfering with the ecosystem. It really makes you think about the changing relationship between...
This isn't interesting.
Oh, fine. Be that way.
So, how about it?
You mean, is it edible?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's probably okay.
Probably.
I don't know. The guide doesn't say anything.
Pretty useless guide, if you ask me.
Well, try one for dinner and you can help improve it.
Actually, I wonder if eating something and then getting back to her does anything. There is a particular meal that when you eat it, you can call them back up and tell them what it was like. I'm not going to tell you which one it was yet. Alright, I'll eat this, because it'll be bad.
Disgusting.
Let's try the gull of it as well. I think these are also horrible.
I want some more.
Oh no, it was actually tasty. Alright, so now, the tree frog. It's like, eat it.
Sick.
Alright, now, call them up.
Snake, there are rats living in that area.
I'll catch one.
The rats in that area are the descendants of wild Norway rats that were domesticated by humans as pets and lab animals. They're not poisonous, and I don't think they'll attack you, but they're quick little creatures, so you might have a hard time catching one.
So how do they taste?
Snake,
What?
they're rats.
Yeah.
I know what they are. Do they taste okay?
The guide says they're not that bad.
Good enough for me.
Ugh. That area is home to the reticulated...
I know, yep.
That area is home...
I know. She's not going to tell me anything else.
That area...
Alright, fine. Actually, I'm going to see if I can catch a... See, well, I ate a frog and a gull lover, so I've got to find a couple more. You see, this here is the episode of How Does It Taste. I'm just going to title it that way. See... Anything in the trees? Anything in the grass? No, there's nothing around at all. Oh, just a snake. Oh, yeah, I do want to show you one thing. Save state real quick. Hey, Ocelot. I know I told you about your guns and everything. Here, die.
You've created a time paradox. Snake, you can't go changing the future like that.
Yay! But yep, that was what I wanted to show you. Because Ocelot is in every game, you see. And this is in the past. So killing Ocelot, of course, means changing the future. Very smart. Let's see. I'm not sure how it would actually create a time paradox. Think about it. Why would killing Ocelot create a time paradox? It wouldn't, would it? Because this is set before the events of Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 4. Therefore, killing Ocelot here just makes it so that those events never happen. It's not like Solid Snake is here in the past. This is Big Boss, who spins around in circles like an idiot. Oh well, let's get on with the game. Anyway, I'm going to stop recording and get on with the real session. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.